So now I'm going to show you how you're going to register your paper with the pin registration that we just demoed for you, right? So with this project, we're going to use a different kind of paper. We're going to be using Japanese paper, right? So it's different from the Western paper we've been using, like BFK. And one of the primary differences is that it's much, much thinner than the BFK. But similar to the BFK, there's one side that you want to print on and another side that you don't want to be printing on. But it's a little easier to tell. Unlike the BFK where you're looking for the watermark, with this Japanese paper, you're going to actually be feeling the surface. So one side is rough to the touch and one side is smooth to the touch. And the side that is smooth to the touch is the side that you're going to be printing onto. We're going to send you an email with links to where you can order this paper. This is bought from Moe's Supply in town, but also Dick Blick and Amazon have a similar kind of paper. Often you want to put in Japanese calligraphy paper, or unfortunately on Amazon they call it rice paper, which is inaccurate, but sometimes how you need to find it. But we'll send you links to where you can order that paper. So what I'm going to do for starts is I'm going to rip out a section of that paper out of the pad and just kind of do it carefully, tease it out, and then pull that paper off to the side. And you want to count out. Remember, for this project you're doing 2 different sets of prints with 3 different colorways, and you have to do 3 of each, 6 total. And so what you're going to do is have at least 6 pieces of paper for each colorway. So I recommend tearing out 12 sheets of paper at least. You have the pad, you might as well do more. And now you're going to take those pins, and this is the simplest way, I think, to do this type of registration without having all the amenities of a fully functioning print shop. You're going to take one sheet, smooth side down, I'm wearing gloves, and you're going to use, see how the side I ripped off of the front of the pad has this sort of tear, it's a little rough, but the other edge, which is the bottom of the paper, has this really crisp edge. So you're going to be using that crisp edge. You're going to line that edge up to the top of your wood block and really take some time to get it right, because this is the one that's going to be your reference for everything else. So get it perfectly lined up, and it's transparent, you can see through it. And now I'm going to go, and also I'm going to have it, this isn't perfectly registered on the sides, but I know that I'm going to be trimming some of this later. So kind of center it to the best of your ability, but know that you're going to come back later and you're going to trim these edges and the bottom. And so you don't have to be worried about it being perfectly lined up right now. The main thing is that this edge is lined up. Now you're going to go and you're going to push your pins in to the holes you've already made. And this is going to be the piece of paper that you use to register everything else. So
it's your template.
It's your templates, yes. So I'm going to take the template, I'm going to take my stack. One nice thing about these pads that you can buy is they keep everything really, really lined up for you. So I'm going to set that down with them all together. Take my template. Take a minute to really line this up. And notice, if you're doing this on your mother's kitchen table, don't just do this straight into the table. Get a piece of cardboard or something so that you can apply pressure with these pins and not mess up your surface. So really line this up. Take your push pins, and then you're just going to push straight through the holes that you made previously. Give it a good push, and then just to make sure that you really can see those, you're going to lift it up and push it all the way through. And now you have your paper all in the exact same spot, and it's going to be able to all line up on your block when you're doing your reduction printing. This is the simplest way to do this system of registration. I think it's the easiest for at-home application. So, thank you.